Hey guys, it's Melanie. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new. In today's video, I'm going to be giving you guys some in-depth thoughts, a review if you will, of the new KAYALI Yum Boujee Marshmallow Intense Eau de Parfum. I recently picked this up right before Christmas at Sephora. And I have to tell you guys right now, if you are a big fan of almost borderline truly edible perfumes, this Boujee Marshmallow is going to be right up your alley. I have purchased a lot of perfumes in 2024 and have definitely found some other really great gourmand fragrances. But I have to tell you guys, when it comes to truly edible smelling scents, this one here I think takes the cake in 2024. There's a lot of edible or gourmand smelling fragrances out there that will also contain a little hint of maybe like a floral, maybe something a little bit musky, or maybe some amber is mixed into the formulation, which can add a little bit of depth or make the fragrance a little bit more perfumey smelling while still remaining a gourmand. But this is one of those fragrances where from start to finish, it literally smells like you could eat it. So if that is something that is of interest to you, I think you're going to want to stay tuned for the rest of this review here. I'll go ahead and link where you can find this in the description box down below. Like I said, I purchased mine from Sephora. This fragrance is available in a few different sizes. Obviously I picked this up in the travel size. If you're new here, I have a little bit of a rule right now because I have such an extensive perfume collection that if I want to try a new fragrance, if there is a travel size available, I have to start with that. If I fall in love with a fragrance, I can always purchase the full size after I finish the travel size, but in order to keep my collection a little bit in check, I've decided that these travel sizes are the way to go. But the travel size is available for $29, which is the one that I have here. There's also a mini size, which looks like a mini of the actual perfume bottle. It's the same amount, I believe, that you get in the travel size, but it's $32, so a couple dollars more for the nicer bottle, obviously. You have the 1.7 ounce, which is available for $100, and then there is the big 3.4 size for $138. I feel like that's a pretty fair price point for a 3.4 ounce size, especially when it comes to how well this fragrance wears on me. So yeah, I will definitely be picking up the full size of this one when I finish my travel size here. I can tell you that already. So let's go ahead and read through the fragrance description. We'll talk about the key fragrance notes. I'll tell you what I kind of smell when I apply the product to my skin. We'll discuss the overall projection of the fragrance, the lasting power, and then we'll wrap it up with me telling you whether I would purchase the full size or not. And spoiler, I'm gonna be purchasing the full size. There's no way that I'm not, you guys. This is so good. I'm a huge gourmand fan myself, so this is right up my alley. I think this is so far my favorite fragrance from this particular perfume line. The fragrance family is warm and spicy. The scent type is warm and sweet gourmands. The keynotes of this one are strawberry, pink marshmallow, and whipped vanilla. But let's go ahead and read through the full fragrance description here. So this fragrance features a delightful menu of mouth-watering notes, including fluffy pink marshmallow, succulent strawberry, flaky coconut, delicate freesia, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. Bougie, fluffy, and delicious, this luxurious scent will linger with sweet temptation with every spritz. All right, you guys, listen up. What do I smell in here? First of all, let's go ahead and apply so that I can show you what the atomizer is like. Admittedly, I wish this atomizer was a little bit nicer. It's not bad. I tend to be pretty picky with these sprayers here. I hate it when something comes out in a huge like splat or stream where the fragrance then runs down your arm. This isn't necessarily that, but it does come out kind of a little bit unevenly, and it's a little bit of like a fast splat, if you will. So let's take a look here. You can see that it's a decently fine mist, but it definitely, like, my skin looks pretty wet. You probably won't be able to see it on camera, but it's not the finest mist. I definitely have some other fragrances here that have a much nicer atomizer that disperses the product a little bit more nicely onto the skin. But that being said, it's not the absolute worst. Like I said, it's not a stream that comes out, but it's a little bit more of an aggressive, like, you know? So anyway, for what it's worth, that's what the sprayer is like on the travel size at least. The first notes that really hit me here are definitely going to be that pink marshmallow. Oh, it's the pink marshmallow. It's literally the first thing. The strawberry is definitely right behind that pink marshmallow. There is a really beautiful, like, gourmand whipped vanilla bean note specifically in here. I also smell a little bit of that coconut, but I feel like the coconut develops on my skin once the perfume dries down a little bit. So after about, I would say 10 or 15 minutes of wearing this, that coconut starts to develop a little bit more, and it plays incredibly well with that pink marshmallow, that strawberry, and that beautiful like whipped vanilla bean. In terms of the freesia that's in here, honestly, I don't smell it at all. Freesia is actually one of my personal favorite flowers. I am a florist. That is my day job. So I work with freesia quite a bit. So I'm very familiar with the scent of the flower itself. I do not detect even an ounce of freesia in this fragrance, either on my skin or when I smell it in the bottle. I just don't really, I don't smell the freesia. It might be in there somewhere and your nose might pick it up. But like I said, it is one of my favorite flowers. I'm around it somewhat frequently and I just don't detect it in here at all. So if you're hoping to get that freesia, I don't know. You can see maybe if it comes out to you, but to my nose, it's not present. Also, there is a reference to pink musk at the base here, and I gotta tell you, there is no muskiness in this fragrance to my nose. It might be in there and it may just play a supporting role in sort of boosting up the other fragrance notes that I can actually smell. But this fragrance does not come across as musky. Honestly, the only way that I can describe this is truly, truly edible. It smells like you have maybe a bag of pink marshmallows that have like some strawberry flavoring to them. And then you've got like this kind of vanilla powder that coats your marshmallows. That is what this smells like. It is completely edible smelling and it is so delicious. And just in the last few days of wearing this over Christmas, you know, hanging out with family, a number of people mentioned, you smell really good. And they were asking me what this was. And I have a feeling that this is going to be one of those scents that in 2025, I will definitely be purchasing the full size of. And I think that this is gonna become one of my staples in my routine, you guys. This is absolutely delicious. I cannot say enough good things about the scent itself. Now, let's move on to the overall like projection and lasting power of this fragrance. I will admit that it doesn't have the best lasting power. I would say at about probably hour 4, between 4 and 5 hours, I definitely find myself wanting to reapply this. Now, I think that's partially due to the fact that this is one of those scents that I could just hose myself down with. And I would be perfectly content with that. I mean, maybe the people around me wouldn't be. It might be a little bit much for them, but this is the type of scent that I want to smell really powerful on me. But like I said, it does start to die down rather quickly. So I feel like this is something that I would probably want to purchase the larger size of, because I could see myself wanting to reapply this probably at least every 4 hours personally. In terms of the initial projection and then, you know, kind of the dry down, I would say after first applying this, it is quite noticeable. It's not something that I think you should necessarily hose yourself down with. It's tempting to want to do that, but you know, a few key spritzes, it's definitely a very noticeable fragrance. This is not a subtle scent, I will say that. I just wish it lasted a little bit longer on my skin. So all that being said, despite this needing to be reapplied a little bit more frequently than I would personally prefer, I still think this is so absolutely delicious that I will be purchasing the full size. It is an absolute winner to me. It kind of reminds me of my days of the Aqualina Pink Sugar. Now Aqualina, I'm not saying the two scents are the same at all, but I really liked that gourmand vibe that I got with the Pink Sugar, although I think Pink Sugar still smelled a little bit more perfumey despite being a gourmand. This smells, like I said, just completely edible. There are no like perfumey like parts to this fragrance to my nose. It's just a pure foodie scent. And if that is something that you're interested in, I honestly cannot recommend this one enough. Like I said, I'll have it linked down below. I think it's a must check out. The next time that you're at your local Sephora, definitely hit up their perfume section and sniff it out. Honestly, I cannot say enough good things about it. It is delicious, and I think a lot of you guys are gonna love it as well. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. If you have had a chance to try this one yourself, please let us know your thoughts in the comments down below as well. If you could especially address the lasting power on your skin, that would be fantastic, just so that other people have a little bit more feedback than just mine. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for being here today. Subscribe if you're new, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Toodaloo.